This video is so important because I am about to explain to you everything that you need to know immediately after registering your business with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Congratulations if you have successfully registered your business with the CAC. Just if you haven't or you are encountering issues, feel free to either use any of my free CAC registration videos on this channel to register or reach out to me using the WhatsApp chat number in the video description. So, after you have successfully registered your business with the CAC, either as a business name or a company or an incorporated trustees, whatever, what are you supposed to know or do next so that you will be in the good books of the federal government and, of course, the law of the land as regards business operations? Now, there are three things that you need to know and do immediately after you are done registering your business, which many people don't know about. And I'm going to be sharing those three very vital and very important information with you right about now. Let's go to number one. You need to understand the concept of the CAC annual returns filing. It is interesting that more than 90% of people that register their businesses with the CAC know little or nothing about the annual returns. If you already know what the annual return is, just keep watching while I quickly explain it to people who don't know much about it, because even you too will learn something from this brief explanation. Now, one of the most important aspects of registering a business with the CAC is that no one else can use either exactly the name that you have registered or even similar names to conduct any business again. Legally, this name now belongs to you, and you can actually sue anyone using that name to conduct business as far as you have your CAC records. But this privilege also automatically places a responsibility on you. Since CAC has reserved this name exclusively for your use, then it means that every year you must come back to CAC to let them know that you are still active and interested in keeping that business or company name for the next year. Now, how you do this is by filing your annual returns to CAC. Like I said, it is compulsory that you do it every year, and it will cost you just a little token. For instance, if you are operating as a business name, then you'll be paying just 3,000 naira annually. And if you run a limited liability company, it is 5,000 naira per year. As you can see, it's a very small amount. But take note, you will need the service of a CAC accredited agent to do this filing for you. You can do it on your own personal portal. So that means that the agent will also charge you a little token as service charge in addition to that CAC stipulated fee. For instance, if you're operating as a business name, then you'll be paying just 3,000 naira. The good thing is that I already told you how much CAC will charge. So you can at least bargain favorably with your CAC agent for the total price. By the way, we can also help you do this annual filing at very cheap price. You can reach out to me using the same WhatsApp chat number in the video description if you need me to help you do the filing. I also have free videos on how to do this filing by yourself if you are an accredited agent or if you have access to an agent portal. I will leave the link to that video in the video description just in case you need to watch it. Now, before I leave the annual return story, there are two more things you need to know about filing annual returns. Number one, if you fail to file your annual returns at the right time, CAC will charge you extra 5,000 naira for late filing in addition to the amount I mentioned earlier, and your business will be deemed inactive by CAC. You don't want your business name to be inactive and you don't want to pay the extra late penalty fee. So make sure you check with your accredited agent to be sure you have not defaulted any annual returns, and if you have, quickly pay before your business name status go inactive. Though after paying, you can always reactivate it again. Also, remember that if you allow backlogs of several years of refusal to pay your annual returns, then you might be surprised that a big debt is waiting for you by the time you're ready to pay. So my humble advice, make sure you pay regularly every year at the right time. It saves you a whole lot of stress. Finally, on annual returns, Do know that even if you're currently not doing business at all, you still have to pay the CAC annual returns, unlike tax, as we're going to get into very quickly. If you have any annual return question for me, then drop it in the comment section and I'll do my best to respond. Now to the one that quite a number of persons have been waiting for, tax payment. Now this one is a big deal. In fact, a lot of people have refused to register their businesses just because of tax fears. Well, it's not that serious. Let me issue a disclaimer here. I am not a tax advisor, so you may also need to consult a professional if you want a deeper details on how tax work. But having said that, let me offer you a good information that can really get you going. First, as a business, there may be different kinds of tax. But let me mention three basic tax that will be of immediate interest to you after you have registered your business. Number one, the company income tax or the CIT. Now, this is the tax that a company pays to the federal government at the end of a business year. But the good thing here is that the only businesses that pay this kind of tax are companies with over 25 million naira turnover in the business year under review. So technically, most businesses around won't have to pay this kind of tax if you register at least as a small business. I think it's about 30% or so. Please, you can also make sure you get confirmation from your tax advisor to be sure the percentage that you're going to pay if you're paying the CIT. So, if you're doing below 25 million in a year, then you don't have to worry over the CIT. Number two, the value added tax or VAT. This is the tax that you pay for every product that you sell or service that you render to your customers. Presently, it is around 7.5% of the actual price that you're collecting. So the way it works is that though as a business, you will be the one to remit this tax to the federal government, but it is your customers that are supposed to make this payment. So the way it works is that you will add 7.5% to the actual price of your product or service and then remit that percentage to the federal government at the end of the month. The third tax I want to quickly mention is the PAYE. That is the pay as you earn. This is the tax that your staff pay at the end of the month if your business has staffs. Again, I may not be too accurate with my statistics, but I believe that the way it works is that if your staff salary is less than 300,000 naira, then they will have to pay 7% of their monthly salary. And if you earn up to, say, 3 million naira, it is around 24% of your taxable income. Again, you should consult your tax advisor for better information on this. And just if you want me to invite a tax expert on this channel, maybe to answer some of these questions specifically, then you can also let me know in the comment section. So again, you are not the one to pay the payee as a business or company. Your staff make the payment, but you are charged with the responsibility of deducting this money from the salary and then remitting it to the government. So these are the three taxes that I think you should know about after you're done registering your business as a company or a business name. Technically, we say that as a business or company, you are actually almost tax-free, right? Especially as a small business, since it is your customers and staff that make all of these payments. I've heard some people say that the law gives a period of grace for newly registered businesses not to pay tax. But I was actually physically at the FIRS office, and according to them, that is not true. And that leads me to the third information that you need to know after registering your business with the CAC. TIN. Now, TIN stands for Tax Identification Number. That is the number that either the FIRS, which is the federal tax regulators, or the state inland revenues issue every businesses after registration. This thing is what you will need before you can start filing your tax. And you should also understand that if you don't have this thing, you may not be able to do other important things like opening a company or a business bank account. Now, if you register as a company, you will need to get your thing from the Federal Inland Revenue Service. And if yours is a business name, then you will have to get yours from the State Revenue Office. Now, there are quite a number of contradictions to some of these things because you're going to hear some different things from people. But That is the best way to go about it if you want to prevent headache and you want to be safe. Now, I know your question. How about the thing that CAC assigns to businesses upon registration? Well, yes, if you check your CAC document or specifically your CAC certificate, CAC now issue thing. But the CAC thing is not verified. And if you're asking what exactly does that mean? Well, it just simply means that you cannot do anything with the CAC thing except you get it verified from other appropriate quarters. So you may not be able to use it at all until you verify it at the appropriate revenue offices. There are a few things you should also know about getting the right thing. Number one, if you're a company, you should make sure that you get your thing from the FIRS office of the state where your business is located or the address that you use as your business primary address. Number two, if you're a business name, you should also get your thing from the appropriate state revenue office, just as I've mentioned earlier. Number three, if you're a company, it is preferable that you should register for the Promax thing. From the information I gathered, FIRS only recognizes the Promax thing for companies, even though I got a little bit of contradictory information about that. But my advice for you, if you're a company, get the Promax thing instead of the JTB thing. Okay? Number four, once your thing is entered into Promax by the FIRS, your tax payment records start running the same month. You want to take note of that because if you don't start paying, it will be on your record that you're already defaulting in filing your tax. Same with the state revenue office for business name. But if your business is not yet in operation, then you must visit the appropriate tax office and officially inform them so they can guide you on how to fill the nil form on your monthly tax record so you don't start accumulating tax debt. Now, I believe that this report is quite comprehensive. So please, you will have to help me by liking this video and sharing it. I am too sure that many people will benefit from the information I have taken time to share in this video. Again, if you want more on tax and you need expert to be on this channel to talk more about tax, then you can always let me know in the comment section. And just before I go, two quick ones here. If you are interested in learning how to start doing CAC registration for businesses so that you can start making between 10,000 naira and 120,000 naira every week doing this business and registering other businesses, which is a high in demand business, then you can join my masterclass where I hold you and mentor you on how to be a CAC registration agent. And secondly, if you want to open a bank account for your new business, you can always let me know. I have a banker that I trust that can help you open your company bank account with one of the top banks in Nigeria, and irrespective of where you are, is going to help you do that. So if you're interested in using a service, which I strongly recommend and vouch for, you can also let me know by chatting me up on the WhatsApp number in the video description. Honestly, these are the most important things you need to know after you register your business with the CAC. And I believe that if you understand this basic information and keep the rules just as I have enumerated in this video, your business is safe and you should not have any issue running your business in Nigeria. Perhaps if there is anything you think I missed out or anything you think I should talk more about or you have a question, then let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to bring them right on here in another video. If I did a good job, please like this video, share it, and if you are an unsubscribed visitor and you love this video and want to see more, then hit the subscribe button and turn on the alert bell so that YouTube can notify you when next I publish my next videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.